The teacher called me up to the front of the classroom, and the officer handcuffed me, walked me down the hall, and it was humiliating, very embarrassing.
Patrisse Cullors was just 12 years old when she was arrested by police in her middle school.
I completely felt like anything I did was up for scrutiny and up for criminalization.
What happened to Cullors is reflective of a much bigger problem within our educational system, in regards to students of color being criminalized within their own schools. This issue is called the school-to-prison pipeline.
They own him! They don't need to be on him like...
Yo, bro, he not even resisting. Let him go, dog. He not even resisting.
When it comes to disciplinary action, schools treat black children jarringly different than how they treat white children. As a result, many children of color can end up in the criminal justice system at a very young age. And for older high school students, criminalization and arrests can continue into adulthood.
Black kids and white kids, if they do the same behavior, the black kid gets more punishment, worse punishment, more often they get punished for the same activities.
Cullors was one of these young children. She talked about her experience in the best-selling book, When They Call You a Terrorist.
Policing and criminalization isn't just the police on campus, which is a huge part of it, but it's the setup in which a campus feels like a prison environment.
So, just how bad is this problem? Let's start with this. According to the most recent and available data, during the 2013 to 2014 school year, black students were 25% of the 143,866 students referred to law enforcement. That's a clear disparity when you consider black students were only 15% of the public school population that year. Also, black girls in particular are nearly 5 times more likely to be given out-of-school suspensions and nearly 4 times more likely to get arrested in school than white girls.
Black girls are characterized as having an attitude. The disparities happen because there is racism baked into the system.
To take it a step further, the school-to-prison pipeline may have even played a role in the story of Trayvon Martin. Trayvon had reportedly been suspended from his Miami high school for alleged possession of marijuana. His parents sent him to Sanford, Florida to serve out his suspension while under supervision. That's where he was killed by George Zimmerman. That begs the question, if Trayvon's school had found another way to discipline him, would he have ever come in contact with Zimmerman? Trayvon's death and Zimmerman's acquittal motivated Cullors and others to create the Black Lives Matter movement. In order to end the cycle, advocates have proposed restorative justice programs that build relationships between staff and students and that bring in more counselors instead of police.
There is a culture clash between the school environment and what police officers do. And so they are in a school environment looking for criminal infractions.
Cullors says removing police from schools is only the first step in disrupting the school-to-prison pipeline. Ultimately, she says, it's about empowering all communities to determine what best serves their children.
I think people need to think about what kind of education are we trying to provide children.